All right, is this thing on again? I think we're live again, boys. What's going on, everybody? Give it a couple seconds. Work out the kinks, get the lag out, all that stuff, you know. Dustin with Black and Gold pressure washing again. I just wanted to pop on here and go live. It's going to be a kind of a chill sesh. Trying to work on the stream settings with OBS. Get some pop-up stuff going and some overlays, stuff like that, where I can have more interaction with y'all in the chat when you're popping in. Otherwise, it's kind of hard to look over and see if anybody's chatted and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get a more streamlined setup when it comes to those type of things. So I plan on doing a little bit of working on stream settings, seeing what ChatGPT has to offer when it comes to overlays and stuff like that. And then also I want to probably do some video editing. I have a couple commercial jobs this week or this weekend, so I'm not going to be able to upload as much as I would like this weekend. So I want to go ahead and get some stuff scheduled out so that we are able to continue rolling out the content for y'all. So I'm going to get my YouTube chat pulled up and get the live going, or I should be live already, but basically get the chat going, and then we'll start working on some stream settings and stuff like that. If you guys don't mind giving me your opinion on some stuff and what you would think would look cool on the layout and all that. Like we have the Roscoe cam already, but I kind of want to work on a couple other things that'll add to the elements themselves. So let me go ahead and get this live chat pulled up so I have it. That's another thing I want to do is work on my stream deck buttons so that we are able to just easily pull up certain things that we're always pulling up in the lives. So I'll open up the control room, get this live chat popped out, and then we'll be good to go. Okay, I got my pop out chat. Then I want to keep this down here. Able to see who's all in here and stuff like that. Okay. I think we are good. Now I can see who's in here. And then I also have the chat over here that I'm able to see what y'all have to say and stuff like that. Cool. And let me get this going. We already got our thumbnail pulled up. Let's see. So with OBS, it's probably going to get Inception-y working on this stuff. If I have OBS pulled up over here, it'll probably just show y'all a bunch of... Oh, you can't see it now anyway because my stream isn't pulled up that way. That's all right. But yeah, basically, anything that's on this screen that's displaying video is going to get Inception-y. See, if I show you, you're going to see like multiple versions of it. It should be fine, but this is basically the OBS that I'm using to stream this feed to y'all. And then everything that I want to edit is within this. And this allows me to like flip through my different scenes, as you can see. And I have a little like stream deck down here. I don't know if I can show y'all that, but I have this like stream deck right here that has a bunch of buttons. So if I like press this button, it changes the camera. And then like I have the ability to turn the camera off. I have the ability to pull Roscoe's camera up and off. I can mute my mic, unmute my mic, stuff like that. Just common buttons that I would be using during like a stream to allow for flow and stuff like that. So if you guys have any ideas of what would look good when it comes to the stream, let me know. Pop them in the chat, and I'll be down to try and stuff like that. I haven't ever I haven't really messed with them too much. Let's pick a goal. We're going to set a goal for some super chats. We got a couple super chats yesterday, so I want to set a goal today. I want to create some sort of overlay on my like above my camera right here, so where I could show y'all Yeah, all right. How will we celebrate our sub goal? Is there a way to do no timer? No. Let's see. I'll play a rhythm game without any sound. I forgot what tab I went live under as well. I think I went live under the gaming tab today because I wanted to. Yeah, we're under the gaming category tab today. I'm just curious to see if there's any difference between like the how-to category and the gaming category when it comes to live streaming. I usually go live on the how-to tab, but I definitely want to try and branch out. I'm trying to build a bigger audience, and I enjoy the audience that I'm building. But I think that the how-to category is much smaller than like the gaming or the entertainment categories, stuff like that. So let's see. Lauren will trying to see what kind of incentive I can create for y'all when it comes to the super chat goal. Okay. So I think the way we'll celebrate our 5 super chats, if we're able to get 5 super chats, is that we'll get Lauren to pressure wash our driveway here. I was gonna do the pressure washing for the driveway, but I figured maybe I can make a video around that and we can create a little goal. So I think that's a fun little goal. Lauren will pressure wash. Let's just put my girlfriend so we can establish. My girlfriend will pressure wash her driveway. Okay, so now we have a live chat goal, and y'all should be able to see that in the chat when that all pops up. So let's figure out a way to work on these OBS settings right here. I want y'all to be able to see what I'm working with, but not trip y'all out too hard. So I might just drag OBS on and off while we work on it. But what I'm gonna start with is asking chat good OBS overlay ideas, and then also like getting the live chat on the stream like right above my cam right here. I would like to get like a little chat box that shows the live feed. That way in the VODs when y'all go back to watch and stuff, you'll have the live chat there that you can see, cuz YouTube has an option for you to be able to stream the live chat, but you don't you have to like toggle it on and off, I believe. And I don't know if anybody's doing that. And I had trouble figuring out how to even toggle it on. So I think that if I can create some sort of chat box that goes above my cam right here, that would be beneficial. I've seen a lot of streamers that do it, and I just want to look into being able to do that. So that's another one of our goals today. Hopefully my mic quality sounds a lot better than it did the last couple of streams. I've tried to fine tune it and tweak it. I have like these monitoring headphones that like play like super high quality feedback. Basically like accurate feedback to what your mic is putting out. So if you can monitor yourself in those headphones, you can kind of like fine tune your vocals and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I was working on yesterday, trying to fine tune those vocals, because I put out a video the day before, a stream the day before, and like the stream was fine, but the vocals and the audio quality weren't as crisp and as clean as they had been before. And it's because I had tweaked them a little bit, and I think I had the gain too high on a lot of stuff, so everything sounded a little like overmodulated, or I don't know how you would say that, but basically it wasn't what I wanted or how I wanted it. So now we have a better system, and hopefully the audio quality is a lot clearer. that's kind of the game plan, is trying to get the audio crisp and clear. This microphone is like $500, so if the audio isn't clear with this mic, then obviously it's my problem. So I needed to fix that. So you can actually on like Fiverr and stuff. I don't know if anybody's ever used Fiverr. I'll show y'all, but basically on Fiverr you can hire people to like do random tasks and stuff like that. So you can actually do like vocal. Someone will come and do your mic settings for your stream. And they'll just pop on with like a Zoom, and then they'll tweak all your mic settings and your stream settings, and you can get them to build like overlays and stuff like that. So it's not something that I've done yet, but it's something that I'd be interested in, especially when it comes to like the stream settings, like the stream overlays. I mean, like some of these guys go crazy with their overlays. I'll show you what I'm talking about, but basically I want to create some sort of way to have like an intro. Make sure this volume's down before I blast it. Yeah, basically like an intro video, like a starting soon thing. That way I can build up some viewers before I'm like actually live. Usually my first like 10 to 20 minutes, there's like 1 to 2 people in here. And I think that if I built a stream starting soon, it would let people know that like he hasn't started yet, but he's about to start. And then also, if you see these like just these overlays that they have, basically like this would go around my webcam. I built my own. You can see it right down here, the black and gold pressure washing. So I'm actually pretty proud of that one. And I don't know how much tweaking I'll do of this one around this camera. But like they have full on overlays. Like, see, you can have your chat on screen right here, and then you would have like my webcam there, and then what I'm doing on screen over here. And then like down here is mostly what I want, like the ability to see like top donations, recent subscribers and followers. That's the stuff that I'm more interested in having like a little layout for. And then we can start to have emojis and stuff like that. And I think a lot of this stuff is for Twitch. Like the emojis and stuff like that. But the overlays I can do through OBS. So I'll be able to have that in the chat. And then I think if I use Chatterino, which is like a chat room system for your live chat, if I was live and simulcasting on Twitch and simulcasting on YouTube at the same time, I would be able to combine both of those separate chats into one chat. So I'm not like having to pop back and forth between like chat rooms, basically. So I haven't simulcasted on Twitch yet, but it is something I've thought about. When I do my gaming content, I was going live on Twitch, but I haven't done that in a while, and I've kind of shifted over to YouTube just because I was able to get monetized on here. So it's a little bit easier to want to go live more often on here. But I want to get these overlays and stuff like that. But I'm not as good as these guys at editing and stuff. So if I wanted to do something like this, I would probably pay for a more detailed stream setting thing. But yeah, I just kind of want to go through here and look at some of these guys and get some inspiration on like their layouts and stuff like that, and then see if we can pop over to ChatGPT and have it figure something out for us when it comes to these settings. Because a lot of this stuff is just like you can manually do, like the chat box that I put right here, and then like we have the Roscoe camera here. I want to get like a background around it and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of these guys have some pretty cool ones. But yeah, I want to rig up my Stream Deck buttons so that I'm able to like press a button and have stuff happen on stream. Like I can pull this camera on and off. I want to do that, but for like just got a sub, just got a super chat, just got a new sub, like, you know what I'm saying, new follower, or like let's get some blah blah blahs in the chat. And then same with like being able to drop links and stuff. I get a lot of people asking like what pressure washing equipment I use and what like stream equipment and stuff like that I use, and I want to be able to just like copy or press a button on my stream deck and just drop that in the chat for y'all. That way it's a lot smoother when it comes to the flow of everything. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Nothing too crazy. And then I also want to work on like the camera quality filters that I have on my webcam itself. So maybe that's what we'll do first. So I'm going to pull up chat so y'all can see, and then we're gonna talk with the camera. So if you can see right now, like my camera live feed, like it's pretty crisp and clear. However, there's no filters on it. There's no yeah, basically there's nothing on it right now. So it's like pretty flat when it comes to the color profile, and I'm gonna like kind of tweak things so it's a little bit more in depth when it comes to the quality of the shot. The camera is pretty high quality, but I feel like I could work a little bit more on the actual shots, coloring of the shots and stuff. So let's ask chat. How do we want to say this? Camera quality. Pocket 3 as our camera for our webcam. Make sure I'm using it via HDMI with capture card. Okay. Already done that. Color space 709. I'm going to pull this stuff up for y'all so you can see. Okay, so webcam filters. Okay, I have a sharpen on. But basically what I'm going to do is take this here, I'll pull it over here just so y'all can see. Make it a little bit smaller. Okay. So now y'all can see what we're working with as well. Basically I have flipped the image so that the YouTube play black button is displayed correctly. Otherwise it looks like this over here. But what I'm gonna do is try and work on some of these color correction and see if it changes at all my camera quality. So it's telling me I can add a color correction filter, change the gamma. The gamma, if I bump it up, will move. It'll bring out some midtones while without crushing blacks. So let's see. Between 0.10 and 0.20. So let's see the highest. And this is the lowest. Just see what it does. So we're at a 0.10 right now. And then let's bump the contrast up. It says adds punch to the image. So we're going to bump that up to a 0.10. And then brightness. We can bring it down 0.5 or up 0.5. 0.05. Okay, that is not what we wanted. So let's try negative 0.5. Oh yeah, minus 0.5. Okay. Ooh, that's dark though, isn't it? Is that too dark? I don't know. That kind of looks nice. Adds a lot more depth to the shot. Like my blacks are really black now. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of like it. Let's see what happens if we'll just keep that on there, and then let's see saturation at a 0.10. Okay, now this is saturation. Here, I'll actually let y'all. I'm gonna do it like this. Okay, so now y'all can see the colors well. The blacks are really black on this now. Like the dark might be a little too dark. What if we go up just here? I think 0.50 on this. And then it said saturation. Osmo footage can look slightly flat. That's the problem I was having, is the fact that the Osmo footage is looking flat. So let's see if we can fix that with this saturation. Right now we're at a 0.10. We are at a 0.30. This is a 0.20. All right, I'm looking at myself over here and I'm trying to show y'all. I think that's pretty nice. Okay. So that's a 0.20 saturation. And then we already have a sharpen added. Okay, so this is saturation 0.10. And 0.2, okay. So I think I'll keep it at the 0.2 for now. And then okay. So far that looks pretty clean. It's saying now that we could add let's see if I put the sharpen in a different category. Like if I put the color correction before the sharpen. Put the color correction before the sharpen. I think that the colors definitely look better overall. Let's see. Without color correction, here, I'll pull it big so we can see it again. Okay, no color correction on. Yeah, look how flat it is. This is without color correction, and then color correction on. None, on. I think that I could turn down the brightness a little, or up more. Like that, right? Yeah, that looks way more accurate. So that's at a negative 0.03 on brightness. And I think that the gamma and the contrast look good here. Let's see what a little bit more gamma looks like. So gamma just kind of lightens the darks, it looks like. Let's try a 0.15. All right, that's looking pretty good. And then we're gonna mess with the contrast. I think the contrast was already good. Okay, so it's gonna be either really dark or it'll lighten it way up. So we'll bring it down to like a, it says between 0.10 and 0.30. So this is a 0.14 and this is a 0.10. I think that looks a lot better. I think we'll keep the contrast at a 0.10. And then the gamma's good. White balance looks best when lighting is consistent, so avoid mixed lighting. See, that's the thing is I have mixed lighting right now, but this technically I think when that light's on, it's giving me too much lighting. Let's put this brightness back up to a 0.50 and then lower the gamma and see if that is any better. No. We'll put the gamma back on the 0.15 and then we'll move the brightness back down to the 0.03. Okay. I think that's good right there. That color looks pretty crisp. All right. So this is without color correction. Pretty gray, flat, dull. And then this will be with color correction. So without it, and then with it. Without it, with it. I think that looks a lot better. Like if you look at the wall over here, like look at the wall behind me. I guess it makes all the blacks like really dark down in the bottom area. So maybe if I can fix that just a hair. I think otherwise the lighting on me looks much better. And then yeah, it just makes the like darks and the shadows pop. So we'll keep that the way it is right now. Let's move on to, let's see, a LUT is optional. If I add a LUT filter, if I want a cinematic or color graded look, some users use free Rec 709 LUTs or download packs like cinematic LUTs for OBS. Before the signal even hits OBS on the Osmo, change the color mode to normal or D-Log M if you're using LUTs. The white balance set manually. See, I think I can change all that in here. Yeah, it has auto white balance on. If I can figure out how to change the white balance and then the shutter speed is good. Okay, what do I want? White balance on my Osmo. Let's see what we look like when we adjust this white balance. It says 4500 indoor with artificial light. We want 4500K to 5500. Right now we're at 4150. So let's see if I manually adjust it and we move it to oh, I look blue now. 4500 is what it recommended. The 5500. Okay, this is 4500. That's pretty nice. And then let's see what 5500 would look like. Okay, yeah, way too yellow. Well, let's try it without color correction first, and then we'll know. Okay, yeah, way too yellow. So we definitely need like a 45. I think I liked 45. Okay, this is 45 without the color correction, and then when I turn color correction on, oh yeah, look at that difference right there, boys. Definitely looking much crisper. So we'll confirm that the 4500 and we'll keep the manual white balance on. The only other thing that I can change on here is, let's see, image adjust, custom. Okay. We'll keep that the same. You can adjust the sharpness on the camera itself, it looks like. Also, we can change the exposure. So let me see what we can do with the exposure. Yeah, see, with me using auto white balance, it's saying, I don't know if y'all can see this over here. But yeah, basically it's saying like with the auto white balance, it can shift midstream and look unprofessional because the colors will keep adjusting, I guess, based on lighting or whatever it is. At least with this fixed at 4500, it'll be more consistent. I was having the same issue when it was auto focusing, that it was causing too much like adjusting to happen in the camera, and it was messing with the quality of the camera shot because this camera likes to autofocus. I turned it on to a single focus mode. So now wherever I tap, it'll focus on that spot, but not the hard set. So let's just run this back again. This is without color correction right here. I'm gonna turn it off. No color correction, and this is what we're looking at. And then now that we've added some color correction, everything is a little bit more bright. And I think I could still kind of adjust this a little bit. I think we'll bring down some of these things. Let's see, brightness up, brightness down. Yeah, I want the darks, but I don't want like it too drastic. See how like the back wall right there? I want it to be natural. Okay. I think that's pretty. Okay, and then let's mess again with the saturation. What did it say about saturation? Because I should have done all this once I adjusted the camera first. Now that I've adjusted the camera, everything's based on what the original settings were. And now that I've changed the lighting, a little bit different. Okay, so saturation is crazy. Look at that. I'm black and white now. And I can go all the way to purple orange. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, saturation is tiny adjustments. 0.10. 0.10. There we go. Okay, this is a 10 saturation. Okay, yeah, we definitely need to bump it up just a hair. Okay. I think that looks better. Much better. Okay. It says use a ring light or a softbox aimed at a 45-degree angle to your face. So right now my ring light is right here. So it shoots. If I'm looking forward at my screen, it's hitting me right here. So I think that's pretty 45. It's pretty close to 45 to me. And then let's look at trying to get the contrasting up right here. Yeah, that looks so much more natural. So off, this is off, and now this is on. It's not as like drastic with the darks. Like down here, all this was really black, And now I think it's adjusted correctly. Cool, cool, cool. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. ISO, keep it as low as possible to reduce the grain. I don't think I can control that on this camera. Sometimes you can control the ISO settings. But I do not believe I can do that on this. Exposure is... Oh no, I can control the ISO. It said keep it what? ISO, keep it as low as possible to reduce grain. So let's try manual. Okay, and this is ISO. Just so dark. Okay, this is ISO. Dang, okay. Not bad, not bad. And what did I have it at? It was at 50 to 6400. So we're from here versus here. What are we thinking? I think that it looks brighter here. How do we feel about this? Yeah, it's, I think when it's auto, everything is like... Don't use auto white balance. Match your white balance to your main light source, not the room. If you're using RGB lights in the background like blues and purples, they don't matter for white balance. Just focus on the key light hitting your face. Okay. So let's see what it'll say about the ISO, because I can control the ISO on the camera. ISO low as possible. Use manual, not auto, which can fluctuate midstream. Okay. So bright with the ring light, it's saying 1. Manual. 1 to 400. This is with 200 ISO right here. And I think I'll adjust these color settings on this as well. See what happens if I pull this into a windowed projector mode for y'all. Does it get... Oh, I guess y'all can't see it. You can see me. Nice. This will help me look at myself though better. Okay. So I think that with the ISO, it's a little low here. 400 I think is better for this room. I think 400 looks a lot more natural. Any more than this is too bright. Okay. So this is 400, y'all. Trying to see what I look like. I look pretty natural, right? My face looks pretty natural here. Trying to get my the color correct. If we adjust the gamma on this, I think where it was at 0.10, and then we can adjust the contrast here. We're really just focusing on the face, trying to make sure the face cam is going to be good. So we have the face cam looks good. See what other setting we can adjust here. We have the brightness. I think like that. That's pretty. The darks are dark, but they're not too dark. The light looks good on me. Okay, and then we'll adjust this saturation and see what happens. No color, black and white, all the way to 210 there, so definitely need to come down. Okay, this is 0.30. I think that looks pretty natural. Cool. So I think that's better dialed in, y'all. I think this is more accurate. This is what it did look like with the no color correction on. And we had 0 ISO. I'm going to save this ISO setting. Confirm. We had 0 ISO and a bunch of adjusting going on with the Osmo Pocket. And now if I turn the color correction on, which right now it's on, you can tell the difference. It's definitely a much more full color spectrum. I feel like I look a lot more natural than I did without it on. This is without it on what it looked like, basically. It was even worse. It was more flat. I've adjusted some of the camera settings on there, so it even looks better like this than it did. And then with the filters that we just added, now we have color correction, and now we have a little bit of a sharpen, and you can definitely tell the difference. The everything pops more. The lines are sharper. The color seems a little bit more accurate. My lips are red, not gray. My eyes are green, not gray. My skin looks more natural. So I think that this feels like a lot more better color scheme. Oh, let's see what else it's got to say. 1 to 400 is a sweet spot. Avoid going over 800 unless you have no choice. It gets grainy fast. Okay. So instead of boosting my ISO, which is what was happening, because it's auto, it's saying that to just boost the lighting in your room, like use your ring light to get brighter versus having this be auto adjusting to try and accommodate for your light. So I think that this is definitely a better. What's going on, Mars? Appreciate you popping in the chat, homie. We're working on the color correction for my camera. So we were at like, this is what it did look like. It's a very flat gray. And now we've added a sharpen and some color correction. So definitely has boosted the image quality a little bit better. Just working on some stream settings right now, homie. Appreciate you popping in though. Let's see. What I will do next, let's see, help dialing in the shutter speed or lighting placement next. Okay, what? See what other filters we can use. Okay, so we did the color correction. Our contrast is correct. Our gamma is now correct. Saturation is where it should be. Optional is hue shift if my skin tones feel off. See how dramatic of a hue shift. Whoa. I'm a smurf. Yo, I'm smurfing, literally. Okay, so my hue shift, this was at 0. I think my skin color is pretty accurate. Let's see. Full, let's do a window projector mode. And I'm going to see what my skin tone looks like when I pull this up. And I adjust it down up a little. Okay, so I was definitely getting more yellow here. So let's get closer to... How am I looking? How am I looking? 0.59. Okay, that feels pretty accurate. Compared to 0. Let's see. No. Messed up my filter. Okay, let's see what happened there. Okay, and then the filters. Filter back open. And the color correction. Okay. Just trying to see what coloring looks better. Why it keeps popping my camera off like that when I do that? Okay. So I think a 0.20. I think the lighting on my face looks pretty crisp and clear. How am I looking, chat? Do I look like a Hollywood star yet? Look at all these locks, these flows. I think that the color is definitely improved. The lighting on my face looks good. Let's get a focus. Oh yeah, chat. I think I'm looking like $1,000,000 now. Okay, so we changed the hue shift. And then subtle detail boost, we have our sharpen. It's at a 0.8. We could bump it up all the way to a... So we're going to bump it up to a 0.10 and see if that does anything. Okay, this is a 0.15. So super sharp. Just sharp enough. You can see a lot of my beard hair details when I do that. I think we'll come back down to a 0.10. Okay. We'll do a 0.10 with the sharpness. Okay, and I'm good with that. Let's see if it has me adding any other filters. So we'll pull this back up so y'all can see. And now y'all can see what I'm looking at. So adds clarity, especially on 1080p to 4K sources. We went ahead and already added the sharpness. It says smoothing optional for face. So I can apply a LUT with soft skin LUT or add a slight blur around harsh lighting / shadows. I don't think we need that. Not mandatory, but useful if you're on a camera. If you're on camera a lot and want a polished look. Okay. So let's see. We can apply a LUT. Use a LUT for consistent color grading, cinematic, warm, moody, etc. Try a free pack, such as Juan Malera's Rec 709s or cinematic LUTs for OBS. Okay, chroma key. Tune similarly / contrast to avoid ghosting if using a virtual background or green screen. We don't need to do that because we're not using a green screen yet. We've already done our audio filters. And then you can add a Stream FXN plugin if we have advanced things. So I think that the color correction and the filtering and everything looks pretty good. What do y'all think? I think that the improvements are drastic when it comes to everything. I think that maybe I'll adjust this hue shift again and get it closer to 0. We'll do a 0.10 because I think that that's a lot more accurate. And then we'll get our gamma back to where it was. And then what about contrast? Contrast is good now. And then brightness. Okay. That's at a 0.2. Okay. That looks a lot better. Let me pull this up so I can stare. All right. That looks good to me. I think we'll lock that in as our color. As our color scheme. Like the wall color is correct. The desk is correct. This looks good. I'm not as flat. And the colors look more in depth. Was this, and now we're looking at this. Yep, much more accurate. Cool, cool, cool. So we'll lock that in as our stream settings for the webcam. We also have this little camera. I'm not going to worry about the settings on this just because we're not going to use it that often. But it's basically Roscoe's cam. You can see his little legs down there. It's usually like this. Because that's where he likes to lay. We have this on and off. Able to be toggled on and off now. And then the colors looking clear. Okay. Let's ask chat what to do next. We've already dialed in the audio. Now we've dialed in the webcam. Now, like I said, I want to get some overlays going when it comes to like the stream boxes and stuff. So let's figure out how can I display my chat on screen in my live. That way y'all can see it. Or if I multicast, I'll be able to have both chats combined into one. Okay, YouTube live chat. Go to Streamlabs. Log in with my YouTube account. Okay. Okay, so let's start with going to Streamlabs, it looks like. See if there's another one. Thought I had I don't know if I've made a Streamlabs before. Let me ask its opinion on Chatterino. It says I can use OBS.live by stream elements as well. And what about Chatterino? I already have a Chatterino account, so I think that I would do that. What it doesn't natively provide a browser source for OBS. You can capture its window directly. I would launch Chatterino and then log in and then pop out the chat and then yeah, see that's kind of like clunky though. Let's see if we can do the Streamlabs one. I think I'll have to make a Streamlabs account real quick right here. Let's download it. I got to download Streamlabs and then see if we can do the OBS plugin, correct? That's what it said. Okay, it says go to widgets. Okay, we'll see what the OBS plugin is first because I might not. Streamlabs is kind of like OBS, and I don't need to run like two OBSs, you know what I'm saying? So what I think I'll do is I'll just see if they have a plugin for the chat box itself. That way I'm not having to run a thing. But it does say that Streamlabs allows for I'll show y'all so you can see it. Allows for multi-streaming. What I think I need it for is this OBS plugin, which allows for overlays, engage in chat, and add widgets. Let's see. So we just downloaded the plugin. Let's see if this does anything when I click on it. We'll install it and see if we're able to just pull it up. I'm hoping that I'll be able to do this without closing down the stream. If there's anything that I'm going to have to like power down the stream for, I'll probably just avoid it for now. Because I'm already, yeah, see, please restart any instances. I'm not doing that. Okay. But it says there's a widget now. So let me see if I can see tools. Usually you can see like the plugins that are working with it. Elgato Stream Deck. Scripts. Output timer. Automatic scene switcher. YouTube live control panel. Oh, what is this? Hold on, this might be it right here, y'all. Let me sign into my Google real quick. See, this might allow me to do it. Might let me do it, man. Okay, it needs me to two-factor authenticate this. Got it. Wow. Let's see what happens with this YouTube live control panel. YouTube live. To get started, click the button below and select the stream. Okay. Hey, there we go. Nice. All right, I don't know if y'all can see it, but I'm able to have a little control panel right here on my OBS. So now I can close out of this studio that I keep open down here at the bottom. And now on my screen, let's see if I can pull it over to y'all. Now, you'll see on my stream, I'll be able to see how many people are here. Only one of y'all, but shout out to whoever it is. I appreciate you, man. The chat rate, how many people have popped in. the title of everything. I don't know if I'll be able to adjust the title. And then I'm able to insert an ad. I'm able to stop an ad. I can add a stream marker if I'm like swapping between topics or whatever. And then it looks like I'm able to share. And then I can select the stream, monetization, all that stuff. Cool. So that's one thing that we've added. This does not fix the problem that I had though, which is adding the live chat. Let me see if there's a scene for that already built in. Because there might be one. Yeah, look, there we go. Okay, so now I have y'all's chat right here. And I want to figure out how to add it as an overlay, but keep it right here. Basically. Maybe stretched a little more so y'all can see it. But basically, I want it to sit like right here on the stream. That way you'll be able to see the feed that comes through. And it'll be on screen for if you were watching the VOD on your phone or something, or just don't have the live chat pulled up. You'll be able to see the live chat on screen. So that's our next goal. This is what we're working on right here. See if we're able to do this. Okay, so let's see. Does not display chat on stream automatically. To display chat visibly on your stream screen for viewers, I'll still need to use a browser source. So let's figure this part out. If I go to my live stream page on YouTube, click the three dots in the live chat, get the pop-out chat, click the URL of the pop-out chat. All right, guys. Figure out how to get this URL of this pop-out chat. In OBS, click the plus in sources, choose browser, pop-out chat, set the dimensions. Let me ask it if it's, will I have to do this every time I'm live, or will it remember each? Just want to see if it's going to, you'll need to redo it every time because the pop-out, yep, that's what I thought. So the pop-out chat URL is going to be changing every time I go live, which is the issue that I thought I was going to run into. So it says I'll have to update the browser source every time. Otherwise, I need to use something like what we were looking at, which is Stream Elements or Streamlabs chat widget, which will then give me a permanent browser source URL tied to my account and not just my stream. This, once set in OBS, will work for every future stream automatically. And then if you always go live via scheduled events, you can pre-copy the pop-out link for that event and set it up ahead of time. Okay, so with that being said, okay, I see the pop-out chat URL. Would you like me to walk me through setting up Stream Elements chat box widget? So I had Stream Elements, but I don't think I have it installed anymore. Just double checking that I don't already have it installed. Custom browser docs, stats. These are my PC stats right now, it looks like. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it looks like I'm missing the stream elements. So I'll have to add the stream elements widget, and then I'll be able to have the chat box box on screen. It looks like we're not able to do that right now without resetting the stream, and I don't want to reset it on y'all. So we'll just keep that the way it is right now. Is there any way to do this without turning my live? I am currently running. Yes, I can add my live chat overlay in OBS without start. Okay, so. Oh, but it's going to have me do the one. I'm not a huge fan of having to update the URL every time. That's what's annoying. Okay, while live. So I can go to Stream Elements, log in. Okay. Let's see if we're able to do it following this method. So let's go to Stream Elements. Might have to download this again. Oh, let me log in real quick. See what happens. Okay, so I'm signing in. I don't want it to manage my YouTube account. Okay. So now I should be connected. Just connected. Okay. Okay. So now I think I'm connected. Got black and gold pressure washing. See it right here, y'all. You can see it. Okay. So now what I need to figure out is how to go ahead and use this as a way to do this. So I'm logged in with my YouTube account on the left side of bar. Go to the stream tools. If there's, I think they're talking about on OBS now. File. Go to stream tools. Here's my stream tools. Edit. Okay, log into my account. In the left sidebar, stream tools, overlays. In the left sidebar, go to stream tools and my overlays. Yeah, I don't have that though. Or I'm not seeing that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Okay. So let's go to stream tools now. And then we can, what does it say? Stream tools, my overlays. Okay. Create blank overlay. That canvas resolution to 1920 by 1080. Okay. And then we're going to add a chat box. So we'll click add widget. See if y'all can see this over here. Add widget. And then we're going to add chat box, right? That's what they're talking about right here. Alerts. Ooh, see, I want to add alerts from y'all as well. Stream tool Okay, my chat. Oh, there it is. Let's go. Okay, so I see my chat box now. So what I need to do, customize it, colors, fade, speed, font, click save, name it something like YouTube chat overlay, and then click link icon in the top right to copy the browser source URL. Okay, okay, okay. So let's work on customizing what it looks like now. So I'm going to pull this down. I want y'all to be able to help me work on this part of it. I'll pull this over to here for now. We're going to talk to chat about how to get it to look. Okay. Set the size to 400 to 800. 400 by 800. Okay, that looks good already. And then we're going to change. Let's work. Okay. So we're going to have it help us with the actual look of it first. So font style, let's choose a font that fits our brand. And then we will go from there. Okay, so we need to pick a font style. Let me make this bigger so I can edit it. And we're going to name this YouTube. For now, we're naming it YouTube chat. But eventually, I think we'll be able to combine this chat with like, not Microsoft. What am I trying to think of? Twitch. If we can combine it with Twitch. So we need to choose a font style that fits our brand. So let's see if we can figure out how to do that. Hit the screen. Mapping on. Oh. It. Add widget for streams chat. Okay, okay, I see it. Messages are not delayed. They fade after 30 seconds. Messages are it's a checker chat. White chat. We don't want white. I think we want the dark chat. And then we want to be able to position this to 800 and this to 400. And then we can change the opaqueness if we want, which I might do. I might keep it at like an 80. That way y'all can see it. And we won't rotate it, but I want to work on the font. So let's see if we can get a good font. That's already better. Okay, and I think keep the words white. I don't have a custom font. Okay, and I can adjust the size. So how big we want it. I think that's pretty good because if I go to say something in the chat, let me post a link in the chat real quick of let's look up my Amazon store. Okay, we'll look up my Amazon store, we'll copy the link, and then I'll drop it in the chat so we can see what it would look like. Okay, so I dropped it in the chat. Let's see if there's how it comes through. Okay. Okay, I think that's good. 19. And then let's see if we can work on the line spacing. Keep that the same. What about letter spacing? Okay, I think that looks good. The size is good. The word spacing is good. And then I think we want everything on the left. Like this. We don't need it bold or italicized. Let's see what else chat recommends for it. Okay, we got a good font. Minimal. Adjusted so messages are eligible but not overwhelming. Text color, select a color that goes with our brand. So we're looking for black and gold. I don't know what this is. Undo that. Oh no. What happened to my chat? Let me try this again and just see if we can edit it. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's back. Settings. We want it dark, no delay. Text settings. I don't know what the text stroke thing is. Did we get it back to what I thought it was? Is there a way to reset this? Text stroke. I'm not sure what the text stroke thing is. We'll have to play around with that. And then there's secondary shadow, which I don't know what that is either. But it looks like we can pick a font color for the text, which if we want to color match, go to Canva and color match some stuff. Look for our logo. And we try and color match it. Text. Color match the logo so that we can get the code here. Okay, so we need DAB 878. So let's see if we copy this code into the color setting. Okay, everything comes back gold now. I kind of like that. Stays on brand, gold. Let's fix the opacity for now. Okay, 100%. And then we're good with the text settings. We're good with the Arial font. I'll drag this over so y'all can see it. Basically, we've changed the text to gold. I want to know if we can fix the names as they come through. If we could change the names. We don't need it bold. Okay. We're going to name this YouTube chat. Okay. And then let's see what we can do here. What did it changed it again. Text settings. Arial. So now the text will match our logo, which will be nice. Only thing is the name as it comes through. I don't think I'm able to change that color. Great. Let's see what happens when I do this. Oh, I can't. Let's just make it white because I don't know what that is. Okay. So I think I'm good with that for now. Let's see. Can I change? Let's ask chat if we can change. Use a semi-transparent color or match it to your branding, black, dark gray. Background opacity. Adjust it to make the background more transparent if you prefer the chat to be more integrated with our stream. So that is something that we were messing with that we want to do. I'm going to go back to settings and add the opacity. I think I want it a little see-through. Not completely. I think 80 was good. Yeah, I think 80 was good. Okay. And then I want to see what... Let's save that for now. Message fade speed, we're good on that. Limit of messages, we're good on that. Scroll speed. We don't have a litty enough chat for that yet. Borders and shadows. Let's see, we can add a border around the chat box for a sleek look. This can be a thin line in your brand's accent color. Add a subtle shadow behind the text for extra contrast to make the messages stand out even more. And then let's see, use color and highlighting. You can choose to highlight messages from specific users, set them to be bold or in a different color to make them stand out. Here we go, username colors. You can assign custom colors to users based on their roles. I guess you can't. Spacing between messages, so I can adjust the space between them. You can click and drag the chat box in the overlay to place it where it fits best on screen. Consider a spot that doesn't block important parts of your stream. Okay. Look at this. It even writes the code for you to be able to have it the way you would want it. Which all this is right. This is right. Color. I can change the color. Okay. Nice. So this should look pretty good then. My question is, I guess I have to have this over where I would have it on the stream. Is that how that works? So if my stream is going to be... would need it like here. My stream. But then I would want it like a little bit wider. Like how much wider? Because I'm gonna try and scoot this over once I think it'll be like a tangible box that I can like move around. But I want the width of it to be the same. So I think I need it just a hair bit like this. Okay, so then when I drag it over, I don't think there'll be much overhang. And I think I'll be able to come back and adjust this if I need to. Okay. So let's look at how we add this to our thing now. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate y'all joining in the chat. I'm just messing around with stream settings right now. I'm trying to get it to where a chat box can be right above me, kind of like this. But I have to work on it within the Stream Elements software, and then get it saved and then add it as a browser doc on OBS so that every time I go live, I don't have to manually add this. When I go live, it'll just grab the URL from the live chat box that I usually have to pop out and put on my other monitor. It'll just pop up right here now. So then I'll be able to see your chats right here. Also, it'll be able to show you the chats live on the VODs if you were ever to watch the replay video. You'll be able to see the chat right there above me. And hopefully it'll stay enough out of the way to where it doesn't block what we're talking about, but allows for like a live replay in case you're watching on mobile or don't have the ability to put the live replay on YouTube. You should be able to see it here. Okay. So what are we looking at now? So I think now we just save it and then try and see what happens. And then we can go from there. Okay, so let's save it. And then we can copy the overlay URL. Let's see what chat said to do about it. Click save at the top right, copy the new overlay URL and replace the one in OBS with the updated link. The only way to do that, let's go back up to what we were looking at. So once we have the stream overlays and I've created an overlay, if I haven't yet added it, add a widget. Okay, I've done that. And then we customized it already. Okay, so now here's how we add it to OBS without having to not be live. Basically, I'll name it Stream Chats Overlay, paste the URL you copied from. So in OBS under sources, oh, let me drag this on screen for y'all so you can see it. But in OBS, click add sources. Let me read it one more time. Sources, click browser, then name it chat overlay, paste our URL, set the widget size, check shut down source when not visible. Okay. And then hit OK and drag resize. Okay, cool. So I think we've got it now. So we'll go here, go to browser. We'll name it chat overlay. Okay. And then now we'll copy this URL. And then it said to do 400 by 800. So let's see what that looks like. 400 by 800. Oh, okay, this is where you would customize it. Shut down source when not visible. And then refresh browser when scene comes active. Okay, I think that's good. Okay, so let's see. So it's saying it's right here, but that is... Okay, I know it's... I've added it, but it is hidden. Right. If I can bring it to the front. Layer, what layer is it? Okay. Now in my OBS, I can put it over here. What's going on, J-Dub? I'm working on some stream settings right now. I'm trying to get it to where I can add the chat on screen so that when I have the VODs, it'll play back and stuff like that with the chat on screen. I have it, but it's not showing it as it's of it working. Let's see, open source properties. Let's double check that our URL was correct. Let me go back over to the URL that we had, which was this one. Yeah, okay. So let's go back. And then now we have our overlay, and I should be able to copy the URL. Oh, okay, I think I know what happened. Just at your 9 to 5 work from home, doing pressure washing research. So I went live, figured you'd stop by. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, I'm trying to go live more often and not really worry about being so topic oriented. I'm always on the computer doing something. So I figure I can just be in the live, and if anybody pops in, they pop in. I can say what's up. And if not, it is what it is. I'm already on here anyway. So I figure I'd be live, and then I can slowly build a community around being live too, because I like just playing around on the computer. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Trying to work on the stream for everybody. Today we were able to let me see if I can pull it up for you and show you. Cancel this and what we were doing real quick. But basically I was able to work on this camera quality right here. If you look at my camera right now, it's still kind of, the hue's a little off. But if you look at the filter, let me pull it up real quick. Basically my webcam before was like this, pretty dull. And now we were able to boost the color to a more accurate color. So I think this looks better overall when it comes to the colors. It's not as flat, but that's what we did earlier. And now I'm kind of working on trying to get the chat on screen for us, just to have a better layout for the stream overall. If I'm gonna be live a lot more often, I kind of want a clean look for everybody, just to help with the overall branding. I'm just playing around right now. Appreciate you popping in though, homie. I've actually gone down a rabbit hole of looking into day trading recently. I see that you have trading futures in your name, but I've been looking at a lot of day trading YouTube videos and stuff like that. I don't know if that's what you do for a living, but pretty interesting stuff. It's crazy because these guys are like, some of these guys, you know, because you're trading like on the 15-minute or on the 30-minute, like you end up like being able to make money even though the market's going down overall, you know, by being able to see opportunities in the market and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool stuff. I don't know if that's your name is referring to that, but I'm just telling you what I got into. Yeah, I know you can lose a lot of money too doing that stuff. So I feel you on making it a part-time gig. That way you're not having to rely on being profitable all the time with it, especially. You were funded 450K with Top Strip. Yeah, so like so you're basically trading on like leveraged money, right? So it wouldn't be like your cash flow that you're putting in there. They're like allotting you a certain amount of money to play with. Is that how it's working? So you can leverage larger chunks to make bigger profit. Is that what's going on? Yeah, I've heard it's a big emotional thing. Especially because if you don't stick to your guns, or like you think you can hold or whatever it is, or you think you should get in, and then you're not sticking to like your tried and true methods, you end up like you're saying, you let emotion dictate the trade, and then before you know it, you've lost your money. So basically it's giving you buying power, you're not using your money, and then there's payout rules. Yeah. And don't you have to have like a certain like quality of trades? Like you have to be pretty positive on your like trades. I don't know how to explain that, but like you have to get approved by having like decent amount of trades in the right direction. So if you're like always trading but losing money, like they're not gonna fund you. You have to like get approved to be funded. I've got like I said, I've gone down a rabbit hole over the past couple of weeks looking into it. So it's cool that you popped in here. You have a system. Yeah, I've heard that like you basically are just like figuring out what works and then you're hitting that hard because there's so many different systems. As long as you stick to like your method and you found that it works, like stick with it. If you're always like switching it up or trying, you never know what is actually working or not. Consistency rules. Yeah, with the consistency rule. Okay, so that makes sense. So you have to just be consistent with whatever you're doing. Like so you have to reach a certain profit and then stay consistent with that. Okay. Yeah, it's something I want to get into. I just I haven't really had the time. I'm hoping that I'll be able to look into it more. How much did you start trading with? Like should I just set aside like $1,000 and like play it, like have it be play money to figure out, or did you start with like the paper trading with like paper money or whatever? I know there's a couple things where you can kind of just play around with the real world market, but it's with paper money. Do you know that TJR guy? Let's see if I can pull him up. He does like I know he does crazy trading, but I'll pull this up so you can see it. This guy, I'm sure you've seen him, but like yesterday he made like 31K, you know, and then 2 days ago he made 205K. I know he's playing with insane amounts of money and leverage probably, but still, like he was making money when the market was going down last week, you know what I'm saying? So like having your method that works no matter what the market's doing or knowing how to identify those like gaps. He's a guru. Yeah, I don't know how legit he is. I guess you would have to be pretty legit if you're able to like buy these cars and stuff though. Like unless he's making that much money on his like um product stuff that he's selling, his blueprint and his YouTube channel. Like I know he's getting a lot of views and he's going to be able to make a lot of money off of this, but he's got to be legit in some sense, right? Be able to like he has these Rolls Royces and stuff. I don't know how he would live this lifestyle like unless he's like literally making that money on YouTube pretending that he's making this money. He seems like he knows what he's talking about. But he's young as heck, man. He's like 20 something, I want to say. He's like 22 or 23. He said he had been doing it since he was like 15 years old. But yeah. He's got some crazy videos. If I can show you. I'm not going to watch any of them, but like he'll do a full live. I don't know if he did one the other day. He had a video where that was like 5 hours long of him just actually sitting there day trading and kind of like I am right now where you just like you can't really cut out the BS. You bought 5 to 6 courses, studied 2 years and lost. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Quite a bit of money starting out. I've heard like the first 1 to 2 years, you're kind of just like learning. Like expect to lose, don't expect to win much. If you do win, it's few and far between, and you're basically just figuring out your method. Yeah, I imagine most of them are getting money off of their courses in their discords. Yeah, that's what I would say too. Like majority of these guys are probably not having to worry about their win and loss trade record as much as it is like they just got 500 guys to give them $100 each in a course, you know, or however much the courses are. Just makes sense. I imagine it's hard to be consistent with day trading because the market is like this, you know? So it's like, how can you predict something that is like up today, down tomorrow, way up today, way down tomorrow? Like, I think you're like being able to identify what the market is doing on such a like small time frame, like days, like on the hour, or in the even in the minutes, like I think that's where it takes a ton of knowledge and just luck, honestly. Because like you can think you know what it's doing and then it does something completely different. You have no idea why. Yeah, structure and liquidity. Yeah, he was talking about like the fair market value gaps and like being able to identify like that there's enough movement in the market to even have play to um capitalize upon and stuff like that. Like if you're trading on something that doesn't have much trading going on, it's much harder to like be able to identify, get in and out. Heck yeah, brother. Yeah, I might start going live like trying to figure out more about the day trading stuff cuz I had always wanted to get into it when I was a kid. My grandpa wanted to give me like $1,000 to just like play gamble with in the stock market. And I never took him up on it because I didn't really know what I was looking into. But then here I am all day on the computer anyway. Like if I'm not doing like something related to the pressure washing business, I'm doing something with the YouTube channel or something on the PC, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely more up my avenue. It's news that makes the big jumps that are random. Got to be aware on Forex. Yeah. Yeah, I saw where he like has a news tracker. He has an AI that like tracks the news and like basically you trade on or you avoid trading on like big news days, both. It's crazy how many different like methods and stuff that you could get into when it comes to the trading. Like everybody kind of has their own like way of doing anything. As long as you stick to it, like you can figure out a way to make it work. But I think that like switching everything up too often and too frequently, you end up like not being able to understand your data sets. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I wonder if you're saying that you notice that we both fell around the same business and aspects and hustles. Like I think that a lot of that side hustle, self-employed like algorithm that YouTube throws, like I think that's why I started getting fed day trading content is simply because I'm like throwing out self-employed like small business content already, and it's like we're in the same like algorithm niche in a sense of like that, like you said, hustler mindset or trying to be self-employed. um so I think it is a cool avenue that I do want to explore more. I'm good at the whole like creating spreadsheets and tracking data and stuff like that. That's kind of what I do with the pressure washing business and trying to just stay on brand and everything. So I think that they're similar avenues. I think it's cool that you're looking into pressure washing because I think that if you could create some way for you to like have consistent income coming in as like even if it's just a side hustle or something like that with pressure washing, like being able to have some money to day trade with, or like you're not afraid to lose, $200 in the market or however much money you're throwing around in the market because you're able to like supplement that income with like an actual service that you're providing. Like I think that would like help bridge the gap between like trying to worry about making money on like trading all the time or being so profitable with trading. You can kind of stick with your system, not worry about being profitable as much and make up for that income on with your small business and stuff. You're a retired veteran, so you have that income. Heck yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's nice. Yeah, exactly. Having some sort of like consistent income that's coming that you're not having to base all your money and your profits for the month based on trading. And then you can play around with day trading to have like extra income, or you know what I'm saying? I definitely think that it would be hard to like all these I think a lot of teens and like young guys are getting pushed into this day trading stuff because they think like how I can make money quick, or like, oh, this guy, You know, he lost 33K today, his most recent video, but like he made 31K yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So like being able to make so much money so fast, everybody's just sold on that. And it's just not that easy, you know? So I think that like having consistent income, like you're saying, and then being able to play around with it, like maybe you can work your way up to making a bunch of money day trading, but like trying to make that your life when you're 18 years old and you've never like solidified your resources and your income coming in, I think that like you're set up for failure. Yeah. Yeah, you just got to have some sort of other um source of income. I think a lot of these kids are just sold on like how to get rich quick schemes, especially on YouTube, that like man, if they're not telling you that it took him like you're saying 3 to 5 years to learn that, or like with my pressure washing business, like I've been in business since 2019. So like 6 years now. Like I didn't get to where I'm at today yesterday, you know? So I think that like in a YouTube video, it comes across that way and it's easy to make it seem like it happened yesterday and like look at where I'm at today. But in reality, it's a lot of like just daily grind. This is the first video I seen where this guy said he lost money though. It looks like yes or today or yesterday, whenever this came out. He lost 33,000 and he risked too much. The day before he made 31. So technically he's down 2K in 2 days. But then if you look at the day before, he made 200 grand. So it makes up for all that. Like these numbers he's throwing out are so crazy that like, of course, anybody's going to be like, I want to learn how to do that. Or like week in the life of a millionaire day trader. Like it's all good and all, but like these guys are selling the lifestyle that they're selling the course for, you know? You have to be able to weed through a lot of this stuff online. That's what I've learned. I like I know you're like a retired veteran. I think a lot of the newer generation that's online or like grew up with technology, I in my opinion, like it they don't have the like no not I don't want to say knowledge, but I think it's harder for them to decipher BS online. I think they take it for what it is and they can't tell as easy if somebody's BSing them or what the real world is even like. I think that like somebody who's been around before the internet, a lot of guys are able to kind of weed through like fake news in a sense, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people that have just grown up with like technology, I think it's getting a lot harder every day to be able to decipher like what news article is real or if they're BSing me or all these things, you know, because you just don't have as much experience like with the real world without internet and now the real world with internet. So like if you're living in a real world with internet, I think there's a lot of BS being thrown at you and it's hard to decipher like what is reality and what isn't when it comes to like stuff like making money online, you know? And I think that a lot of people are getting taken advantage of. I think it's the same thing with like the online casinos and stuff. I think a lot of people are thinking they can get rich playing slots or blackjack online and they're gambling with cryptocurrency or money that you just don't actually have. You don't have the resources coming in passively to gamble online, man. You know, like you're way too young to be throwing your money into the casino right now. Like the casino is definitely for when you have a little bit of money coming in. I know that when I went to the casino when I was young, like 100 losing $100 was a lot, and you're like, there's kids throwing that money online all the time, and it's a scary world we live in, brother. You're only 28? Heck yeah. Yeah, when you said retired veteran, I'm like, okay, this guy's for sure in his 40s, yeah. Yeah, I think that the crypto is crazy. People getting into crypto. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with crypto, but I think it's one of those things where like trying to get rich off of crypto is tough. I think if you bought in to Bitcoin in the early or like 2011 to 2000, you know, 17 and you bought crypto then, like you're good now. But if you're trying to get in now or trying to like figure out the niche or the market or the coin to buy now, I think it's too late for a lot of people. Back in the day, me and my homies had some Bitcoin, but we used it. And that was like back in 2011. I was still in high school. So it was like 2011. The amount that the Bitcoin was worth was like 80 cents a Bitcoin or something like that. And then now here we are where it's like 100 grand per Bitcoin. And it's like, man, I wish I would have just held on to the Bitcoin. Like, of course, hindsight's 2020 and you wouldn't have known that, but still, you're like, the chance to turn 80 cents into 100 grand, like, when are you ever going to get that return? All right. I know, imagine. Yeah, back when I don't know if you knew the dark web and like Silk Road and all that, but you basically needed like Bitcoin to trade on there. And then now here it is where like Bitcoin is just so valuable and just having the coin that you would have used on Silk Road is more valuable than anything you would have gotten. Trying to figure this overlay thing out though. I think for some reason it's not coming through. I'll pull it up over here so we can see it, but it's showing that it would be right here, but for some reason it's not pulling through. Let me see if I can adjust this URL. Let's take out this custom. Like my thing is, the only thing I can think is it needs to be in front of the primary monitor. Nope. Yeah, I can only imagine some of the people that had like Bitcoin and way back then that just happened to sit on it and like, man, you're our age. Like I'm 29, you're 28, but like you're our age and now you have, you know, $100 million worth of Bitcoin. And like they said, those Bitcoin billionaire guys, like, you know, there's a couple guys our age that just lucked out and sat on it. And now here they are like buying Rolls Royces and stuff. That's where like those day trading guys like the TJR, like I can only imagine some of these guys might have just been Bitcoin billionaires from way back when. And then now here they are able to day trade because they're sitting on 400 million in Bitcoin. Did I see the guy that bought pizza with Bitcoin? Yeah, I did see that guy. He spent like what, like the equivalent of 400 million or something like that on a pizza. Now here you are like, I'll give you the pizza back, man. I just want my Bitcoin. I saw another guy that like he had it on a USB stick and it went to the dumps or the dump and he was about to like spend $100 million combing the dump because he had 700 mil worth of Bitcoin in the dump somewhere. He got a company that was gonna like excavate the dump and then the city or something was like, no, you're not doing that. Like, could you imagine if he actually found it? That would be crazy. Like, I told you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm thinking about all the guys that just like don't know how to get back into the accounts or whatever. And you're like, you know, you have Bitcoin somewhere, but you just don't know how to access it. And you're like, come on, man, I could be a millionaire. I had bought some Bitcoin back during the pandemic and like it went up. I made like $1,000 on it and I cashed out because with it's probably the same thing with day trading and like you're saying, like taking the emotion out of it. It's like so hard to watch your money like go down and up so drastically. You're like, I made some money. I need to get out because if I looked at it in 5 more hours, I'm out $500. And you're like, it's hard to like be able to just deal with those losses. if you don't have like disposable income like that. So yeah, I made some money and I got out. Greed is the killer for you. What are you like letting it sit in there too long because you see it's ticking up and you're like, oh, it'll go up like probably another $1,000 or something, and then it just like tanks, and then you're like, I should have cashed out. Because I've been there. Let me see if I can figure out how to get this pulled up though. Something is not coming through when it comes to the stream. It shows that it's looking. Let's see if I can give it full access. I'm going to give it majority access. Let's talk to this where I pop over to chat and I'm like, it didn't work. It's not showing. Where did my chat go? Okay. It says now the overlay will actively work for every future stream. No need to redo the steps unless y'all want to customize it. I feel you on that. Yeah, I think a lot of like staying committed to whatever business is the hardest thing. Like if you can stay committed to whatever it is that you're trying to build, like you'll get there. It just takes time and you end up falling off, you know. I can't tell you how many different YouTube channels I've tried where like I was like, oh, this is a good idea. This is what I'll base my channel around. I'll make a channel. And then like you're saying, like either you're not passionate about the topic you're making videos about, or you're not like talking about something that you're knowledgeable on. And so then you end up like getting discouraged or losing passion for it. And then like you were right on the cusp of being able to get somewhere with it. With the pressure washing business, I was able like I built it as a side hustle. And so like I was able to just like slowly get it to where I want and not need it to be so not being so reliant on it, you know. And yep. Just like the gym, bro. Exactly. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've like made some significant gains in the gym and then like I just miss one day and then I'm like, well, I stopped going for 6 months and now I'm back to where I started. Then you pick back up and then it takes 8 weeks to get back to where you were and then you get a little bit further, you fall back off. Like it's the cycle of life, right, brother? But yeah, I think if we can stay like consistently committed to like whatever the project is, like you're bound to see results. I've been posting consistently on this YouTube channel for like just at a year. And now here we are like, I'm at like 2,000 something subscribers and I'm starting to get like people to pop in the chat like you or like some positive feedback on the videos. Whereas like when I was posting like my pressure washing content a year ago, I was seeing like little to no traffic, you know? And I can see how it can be really discouraging to stay committed to it. 2.33K. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think 9 months ago I was at let me see. My YouTube channel, I had a video that I put out when I hit 1,000 subscribers and got the channel monetized. Here, I'll show you. Like, if you look on my screen right here, like I have my Black and Gold channel, and then I have my Munchies World channel, which was my streaming channel. And then I had a channel that was like Street View Explorer. I got to 200 subs. And then I had a Nakers Ahead channel. And then I have our Roscoe channel. I don't know if you can see this. Pull it up over here so it's easier to see. Oh, come on. There we go. But yeah, then we have the like Roscoe channel, which is our big channel. And then another channel. But like, look at all these channels that I had prior to like this one and this one even doing anything. Like these other 4 channels I was working at for a while. Like this video has, or this channel has like 100 videos on it. This channel has like 100 videos on it. This one only had a few videos, but yeah, like I knew I wanted to make videos and do YouTube, but finding like the right like niche that actually could gain traction, like that's where I was like, man, I already have the pressure washing business and a small like business. Like, let me just go ahead and try and do something around the pressure washing business. So I started just like trying to film shorts. Like my first videos on this channel are just like shorts. And I was just like trying to do like little day in the life content like this. And I was putting like a lot of effort into these and like trying to capture good angles and stuff. And like they weren't at like 8 likes. You know what I'm saying? Like there's 0 traction. So I got discouraged for a while on this channel. But now I'm like, man, I invested in like a GoPro and I just started strapping the GoPro to me while I do my job. And then just uploading those videos fairly raw, like little to no editing. And like, I have those like trending upwards, basically, you know? So I was like, maybe people just want to see the full process, like no BS. Like I don't like cut out anything. I like start the camera when I get on the job. I stop the camera when I get off. Like trying to be very like transparent with everybody. It's the same with these behind the scenes like streams and stuff. Like I don't really have anything to hide because I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing to hide. It's my business and I can tell people what I want. And I'm not like afraid of competition or anything. Anybody stealing my ideas or whatever like that. So I figure I could share the opportunities that or the like knowledge that I've learned, and hopefully people will be able to take some information from that and run with it. Because I think being your own boss and working for yourself, that's what it's all about, brother. So I think like the main goal with this channel is just to be like basically as transparent as I can with the pressure washing business and like our day-to-day lives, but also like create some value in the content to like help people be able to do it themselves. So I think that a lot of people are like, it's hard to take that jump or invest in yourself when it comes to like trying to be whatever it is you want to be. You know, if you want to be your own boss or you want to have your own channel, like taking that leap of faith and not worrying about the outcome, even if you fail. Like I think a lot of us just stop ourselves before we even get started. So I think that a big portion of the content that I want to create is like, just do it, you know, like just start. Like me firing up these lives. Like I got into my head so long about going live and staying like topic oriented or worrying about what I'm going to talk about when I needed to just like, I need to just go live, you know? So that's kind of where I'm at now. And I feel a lot more natural, like talking to you in the chat or talking to people about like the given topics. Whereas like when I'm trying to stay on topic or topic oriented about like what I'm going to talk about, I feel like less authentic, you know? I feel like I'm a lot more authentic when I'm able to just chop it up. So yeah, exactly. Just do it. But yeah, being able to just chop it up and like talk to y'all like in a more conversational setting is like easier for me to talk about how I feel about whatever the topic is versus like feeling like I circle talk the same point that I'm trying to make when that's not what it's about. What it's about is just showing the process, you know? So I appreciate you being in here though, homie. Hopefully I can slowly build a community around like this type of stuff though. Because mostly I just want to be mostly I'm telling you, I'm on the computer like 9 to 5 like you are basically. Whether it's running the other YouTube channel, making videos, or doing pressure washing stuff, like 90% of the time I'm at home on the computer. I might as well go live and do it live. The way I have the pressure washing business set up, it's very like automated. So I don't have a lot of like back and forth or like stuff that I'm doing with it. And it doesn't like, it's not really what pays majority of the bills. Like it's more of like a glorified side hustle. Like I make a decent amount with it, and it's set up to allow me the most free time in my day-to-day life. That's kind of how I set it up with. So I definitely don't have a full schedule when it comes to pressure washing, like, because I don't really, like, I don't mind pressure washing and it's fun and stuff, you know? But like, I'm not trying to be a pressure washer and only pressure wash all day, you know? Like, I'm not trying to have a manual labor job where I'm like dead at the end of the day. I squeezed in all the jobs I could, made a ton of money, but like I'm beat and I can't hang out with my girl or my brain is fried. You know what I'm saying? So like I've tried to create the business so where like I'm able to cover all my expenses. The overhead is low and I'm able to have like majority free time. And then I schedule most of my jobs on like a few days out of the week or like on the weekends. And then I'm able to create like I said, majority free time. That's the main goal, you know. Passive income is what I'm working towards, which I'm sure everybody is, but the main goals, you know. Yeah, my girl tells me I'm too authentic sometimes. I have a hard time not being transparent, and a lot of times it hurts me to where I'm like too transparent in business, or I like over explain or over talk, and that can shoot you in the foot when it comes to business, you know. Like you end up like over explaining your reason for a price or whatever it is, and then like one thing, like a motto that I've learned, especially when it comes to arguments and stuff, is like if you're having to explain yourself, you're probably losing. So if you feel like you have to explain your reasoning for something, like like double check why you're feeling like you need to explain it. Same mindset, yes sir. Yeah, grinding to create a hustle to where you're able to have the most free time. That, in my opinion, is what life's all about. Because life ain't about working, man. Like we're only here for so long, you know. So like, why am I gonna spend it like working so hard to like just get by? If you could figure out a way to like work hard enough to like create enough free time and not worry about expenses. I think a lot of people in like today's age, like we get strapped down by so much overhead that we have to work. If you can keep your expenses low, you can create a lot more free time for yourself. You don't need the brand new truck that's 200 grand like I was looking at yesterday. You can drive the Ford Explorer that's paid off outside and not have to worry about a car payment. So then I'm saving $1,500 a month. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel you on that, brother. Yeah, desk job or something like work from home um would be really nice. Yo, I'm gonna play this video real quick. I'm gonna go take a piss real quick. But let me throw up one of my shorts or something. This is a good one. I'll be right back, homie. Give me 1 second. Yeah, all right. All right, I'm back. Let's see. J-Dub says, eventually do I see myself having multiple trucks for your business? If I don't already. I don't know, brother. The way I have it set up right now, I would like it to be not too overwhelming when it comes to like how much I expand with the business. I'd like to like maximize my potential with the business without having to worry about having a bunch of employees and trucks. Currently, that's my mindset. I'd like to be able to expand more on like the passive incomes in life. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't know how big I want the business. Right now, like I said, I'm not really worried about it because I'm not maxed out with my own potential. But it's another reason why I don't run like a bunch of ads online and stuff. Because I know guys that they run a bunch of ads and they do a ton of business, but like you're saying, then you have to expand to multiple trucks and you get a lot bigger, you know, and it's just more headaches. And I don't know if I'm trying to like create too many more headaches around like pressure washing. I enjoy owning my own business and being able to make money from it. I don't know if I would want to grow it to like a multi-million-dollar company with a bunch of trucks and like stuff like that. But I definitely would like to increase the revenue that it makes because I haven't even scratched the surface of how much I can make with just myself, you know. But who knows? When I get there, maybe I would like a nice truck that's wrapped, and I would like to be able to like maybe hire on like a buddy, like one of my good friends that already helps me with the business, and maybe get it to where he could do like majority of the jobs that are coming in, and then I can focus more on like running the YouTube channels and like getting business online and stuff like that, where I could expand and get myself out of the actual like day-to-day labor. Um I'd be interested in that. And like if I could expand to a point to where I could pay somebody to do the actual manual labor, then I think I would be a lot more interested in growing it as a whole. But I think that if I like milk myself to extinction and then I'm like having to hire somebody on because I'm just dead because I'm doing so much work, I think that I wouldn't find as much enjoyment in it as I do right now. I think the way that I have it set up right now is like such a sweet spot that like I can manage a little bit more growth without having to worry about it. But if I grow too much, there'll be a lot more headaches involved. Basically my point. Get a cheap truck with a wrap. Yep. Yep. Exactly. I think a lot of people they dive in and they'll buy like $40,000 setup and then they bought a brand new truck to pull it and they have like so much monthly payments on their equipment that like you have to run $5,000 in ads to be able to draw up enough business to cover just your overhead, you know? And like you get so far in so fast because you want a pressure washing business that like you've created this like almost like burden with needing to have it be like generate enough revenue, you know what I'm saying? Like if you can slowly build it up while keeping your overhead low, you can decide where you want the ceiling to be. If you create like this overhead gap, then you've got to match your revenue stream to get to that break even point, and then you're sitting there like every month worrying about how I'm going to bust out 100 jobs to be able to cover my expenses, you know? If you can keep your expenses and your overhead fairly low, like you don't have to worry about how many jobs you're doing a month. As long as you can cover your bills and your overhead's low, like you can adjust the how much you want to grow, you know what I'm saying? I knew that coming into this business though, and that's something I want to talk about a lot more on my channel and be more transparent. I think that a lot of people think that this business is like this pressure washing business I have is huge, or like I'm like have goals of being like a multi-million-dollar pressure washing business. And I like I said, I think most of this channel that I've created is to show that you can kind of be self-employed and how to be self-employed. I think a big part of that is explaining to people how to keep their expenses low and their overhead low. Like buying a used truck, you don't need a new truck. Like slowly piecing your equipment together, starting with a smaller build. Like you don't need the 8 gallon, you can use a 4, stuff like that. Where like the guy who's just starting out and doesn't have as much income coming in, like I want to show them how they can be their own boss and grow slowly and not like buy this $100,000 setup and you'll be set to make $1 million tomorrow, Like that's not. I've seen channels like that, you know what I'm saying, where they're doing like 100K a month in revenue and it's like, you think they got there overnight? Like there's no way. Or like how much do you think their overhead is if they're, if they're doing 100,000 in revenue a month, think about how much their overhead is. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Like I think a lot of these guys are making like polarizing content that's like how you can make 200,000 in trading, or like 30 they make, you know what I'm saying? Like they're talking a big talk on like numbers that are unfathomable for people that are just starting out. So it's like harder to relate to that content. I think that like my goal in content creation is like sitting here showing you that like you can start from the bottom with, $1,000 or whatever it is. Like you don't need to have the $30,000 setup to be able to do it. Yeah, rich people will buy the $30,000 skid and then sell it on Facebook. Yeah, I've seen a ton of those, man. You'll buy the like crazy setup, but then not know how to draw a business. And you think that with the setup, you'll get business. But in reality, it's like the other way around. You need to get that business coming in and then invest in your equipment. Like when I first started out, I don't know if you were here for my other lives or not, but like when I was first starting out, I let me see if I could pull it up. This is what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not like that's what I started with, because I was just trying to make some side money. I'm not sitting there worried about like how I'm going to feed my family. And I think a lot of guys jump in like they have a good job but they want to be their own boss, so they invest everything they can and they finance everything, and then they're not their own boss, they're working for whoever they owe. And I think like to be your own boss, you got to start from the ground up and work your way up. Let's go. Back. All good though. We got to start somewhere. Yeah, exactly. You start with this and go up. Like you said, bottom up mentality. You got to be able to know that like if you don't know what you're talking about, like why are you going to buy a 30 or like you don't know what you're doing, why are you going to buy a 30,000 um dollar setup, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't even know what soft washing is yet or something. Like start with like the bottom up, figure it all out and then go from there. That would be my main recommendation for everybody. I think some of these guys are like trying to sell these like unrealistic expectations for small business. But I mean, it's exciting to be your own boss. And of course, I want a $30,000 setup. If I could have a $30,000 setup and be pressure washing, like having two guys running at the same time and being able to press a button to turn off my SH and switch to water, like, shoot, I would love that. I would love that, man. Let me talk to chat about what's going on with this, though. I got to figure out why this overlay ain't working. Yeah, I went from from what I just showed you, that photo, I was pulling it out of the car and then I started packing it all up in the Explorer once I bought that. And then that from there, I built the trailer. But small baby steps. The thing that I think people misunderstand is a lot of people like start their channel or something like 5 years into what they've been doing. So it looks like yesterday they had nothing and today they have it all. When in reality, a lot of the content just wasn't captured on that grind process. It's easy. It's easy online to like make it look like you know, made it overnight. And I think that people get the wrong perception of like what it took to get to where certain people are. And I think that it creates this like unrealistic growth mindset that a lot of people have where they're going to get rich overnight. Okay, let's see. Let me tell chat. I can. I don't know how to ask that. Let's see. We'll check the URL. Hit the link icon in the top right. Force reload. Right click browser. Refresh it. No, that doesn't work. You're out, homie. Hey, I appreciate you stopping by, man. Yeah, if you ever see me live, just pop in the chat, say what's up, homie. Hopefully you get your business up and going and let me know where you're at and what setup you end up going with and all that. I'd be interested to see your growth, man. Appreciate you joining. Let me see. Chat overlay. URL. Check the URL over here. Okay, so we have the stream elements. We have this. Properties. Unnamed overlay. Is this correct? Did it? Okay, yeah, see. So I see your chat right there. Maybe it's because it's not centered. Let's center it and see what happens. Okay, so we got it here, but now how do I get it? Let's save it. Preview it. Okay, copy overlay. So now we have the link. Okay, now we have it pasted. Like I see it where it's like I'm able to move it around, but I'm not able to edit with it. Can I bring it forward? That doesn't change anything. Interact. See what this does. Nothing. So how do we get this? So we get this. Settings. Layers. Okay, save. Let's go back. See if now copy the URL. Let me double check I did this right because it said browser, right? Chat said it. I think it said go to browser. Okay, let me try this one more time. Let's delete this one and try it again. Ooh. Okay, so we'll add a scene or add a source. And we want a browser play capture, image, media source, video capture, window capture. Okay, browser. We'll name it chat overlay. Okay, and then I need to add this URL. Okay, I see it right there. So maybe it's because it's where it's saved on Stream Elements. So let's edit this and see if we can fix it. If I edit this and I move this to this top, to this corner over here, and then I save it, then see what happens. My thing is maybe I have to have this to be the exact same positioning. So let's say, what was it, 400 by 800? And then let's do that with this overlay as well. 800. Hey, I think we got it, boys. Maybe. What did I just do? I just saved it and messed it up. I said yo-yo in the chat. It'll take a minute to pop up. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so now I have that. My question is now, let me put it, let me window projector. It's gonna get Inception-y for y'all. Probably too Inception-y. I'm basically trying to line up this so it fits. And then I'll have it like this. And then give me a second to type a bunch of stuff in here. My chat's gonna get litty for a second. I just want to see how it pops up over the screen. So I'm typing a bunch of gibberish. I basically wanted to not, I don't want it to go the full length, I don't think. And then what if I were to type like, just copy a link where this guy will get a free plug from us. See what happens when I do a long link. I don't know if that'll work, but I want to see what it looks like. Okay. What do we think? Do we think go all the way to the top with this? Or should I like cut it down? Because maybe I can crop it. This part I can bring down to wherever I want. I think get it where I want it. Let's adjust this to like here. Whoa. My bad. Okay, so let's see if we can change the element live too. I want to see what we can do when it comes to the opacity of this. So we got the text. Yeah, here we go. So if I turn it all the way up, and then I hit save, I think it cleared the chat. So let me type in here. Sorry if there's a bunch of BS in the chat, but trying to see how it pops up on the stream now. So now it should come up. Give it a second. It's going to be a little bit delayed, but should come up right above me right here. Okay. And then when I type something new, bada bing, bada boom, and I hit enter. Ooh, not what I meant to do. Here. And it comes up. It'll just pop up nice and easy right above me. Right. Boom. Come on. Boom. Boom. There we go. Okay. I think that's pretty clean. I think that it matches with what the Google Chrome would be. So if we flip to like this tab, let me see what it would look like. I want it on a tab where YouTube is open. That way I can just have it match up with the top side. So I need to allow it just a hair bit more text. Appreciate anybody that's joining. Just working on stream settings today. And I need to do some video editing in a little bit, but right now I'm just dialing in the stream settings. I'm trying to work on getting the chat right here to match up with everything, which right now it looks like it's pretty good. I like how it's laid out. My name is so long here though. Black and gold pressure washing. Okay. Let's see. And I think I can adjust the delay as well. Okay. Cool. So now it'll pop up right there above me. If I were to post a link or anything, you'd be able to see it. What am I missing here? Go back to the overlay and edit again. Yeah, there shouldn't be any delay. Okay. The only thing I would change, I don't have to change it, but I could change the font to gold. I don't think I can change the incoming user colors. I was gonna kind of try and see if I could change how my name comes through as orange. I was gonna see if maybe I could make it a little bit better. Better coloring. see. Got it. So let's talk to chat about how we can improve it now. Let's see if there is. I can change the in stream chat overlay or either globally based on roles like mods, members. Bada bing, bada boom. So if I open up my chat, go to chat box. Okay, so then I could do different colors based on if you're a mod or a member. How do we want to do this? I could either change the text that comes in to not be white and I can make it the business colors. Or if I could change how my name comes through, at least. See what she's got to say about it. Okay, find your YouTube channel ID. Okay, to uniquely target just your messages in CSS, I need to put my YouTube channel ID, not my username. Okay. Let's see if we can make this work. So I need to find my channel URL. Give me a second to find that. My channel ID, really. Okay, so I got my channel ID. So now I need to take my channel ID and copy this. And if I go to the settings for the chat and the custom CSS, okay, in stream elements though, right? Not in stream elements. I can go to I don't know. See what happens when I do. Okay, let me get my channel ID really quick. In case y'all need to know how to get your channel ID, you go to more in your description and then you would hit share channel and then you can copy your channel ID right there. So it's telling me to take this channel ID, place it into this code, and then my username is good. And then I wanted to take my color scheme from, probably think I'm crazy with all these tabs. I can take my color scheme here and put it there. And then hit OK. Okay, and then hit refresh. So this is refresh. See what happens when I type in now. See if it does anything different. Just waiting on it to see if it updates at all. Like trying to catch up. Missing a message right now. I'm hoping it should change black and gold pressure washing to the company color code. And it did not. So that didn't work. Let's go back to settings. And then it's saying I have to do it in stream elements. So there's got to be a way somewhere in here. It said to go to the bottom, but I don't see it down here. What if I right click? No. Options do I have in here? If I hit enable custom font, what happens? Okay. Nothing. Yeah, I see I can change the text right there. The problem is I'm not able to change the settings. Close these out again. Keep that one open and keep this one. Okay, my issue is all these I have. Okay. Now, how do we change this? How do we change this? Oh. I can like simulate what would happen. That way I could see it for y'all. My thing is I need to be able to come over here to chat. See what she says. Okay, it told me. You tell me. How'd you tell me? Add custom CSS in stream elements. Okay, in overlay editor, click your chat box widget. Roll to the custom CSS box. Anybody see that? Anybody see the custom CSS box? No. I don't see it. I don't see it. Bing, bada boom. But the camera definitely looks a lot better today. That's one positive we've been able to fix. The widget settings panel. see. Bada bing, bada bing. In the overlay editor, click anywhere on the chat box itself. Okay. Widget settings appear on the left side, which is what I see. Scroll all the way down. You should see font settings, text settings, then custom CSS. I don't see that. Maybe they don't let you anymore. It's in a gray text box. See what chat says. I can't figure it out, man. I need help. Y'all, I can't figure it out. Click directly on the chat box in the canvas area. Make sure you're clicking in the box that actually shows the messages, not the overlay in background. On the left-hand side panel, scroll all the way down past General Settings. See, none of those even pop up like it's talking about. I'm telling chat my problem. See if she'll be able to fix it. Oh. Delete that. If I can do this. Hey, I could make it gold for y'all. Probably looks stupid, right? What does that look like? Eh. Okay, this is with it as white. This is checker. This is a white chat. And then we have custom. Custom would be no background. What the heck? I could customize it to be this, but then I would need to change all my text on screen color wise and stuff like that. I think the gold is too much. It stands out too much. I think we'll just keep the darker chat. We'll keep it the way it is. Only thing is, I don't think there's any extra layer I could add. Boom bop bing bop boom bop bang. I think we'll keep it like that for now. It is what it is. Not gonna be able to get our custom color, I don't think. All I can do is change the word spacing, the size. Okay. All right, y'all. Well, that it looks like that's what we're gonna have to run with for now. But I think that looks pretty good over here. Obviously, it's not as color oriented as I wanted. I'd like it to kind of look like what's on the reconnecting. Better not have fired my live. Don't fire my live, man. Reconnection successful. Okay. So y'all might have saw a little lull there. I'm interested to see. Should still be live. I'm gonna check on my phone real quick. We're just hanging out today. There ain't nothing too crazy going on. I appreciate anybody that's popping by in the chat and stuff. And just working on stream settings. We were able to get the color better on the personal camera, this one. So our colors look a lot more clean and more in depth than they did. And then we were able to get a chat box added above. So when I pop over here, see, I need to fix that setting. So I think I can fix it to where it doesn't refresh and the scene becomes active. So now when I pop over, it should just be there. Yes. Okay, cool. So we were able to add it to where the chat pops down. And then also we were able to have it where the on-screen colors of the camera look a lot cleaner. And then I'm trying to pull it up on my phone just to see. It should still be live. See what it says. Trying to load me up right now. Okay. Okay. I'm still alive. Cool. Y'all can see me on the live. Okay. Got it on my phone now. Way delayed compared to what I'm used to. I just want to see what it looks like on the mobile. If I'm looking at it on the mobile and I have it to where I'm tabbed out, I want to be able to see what I'm let's go. Okay, so yeah, my chat's right there. Cool. So now when I'm in the chat or typing and we're looking at other screens, we'll be able to have the chat on screen right there. That'll be nice. So now it should look like let's see what it looks like when I'm tabbed out right here. Nice though. Pretty decent layout so far. I think I like that. I think I like that. Nice. Clean. Cool. Okay, that's one thing we've gotten done today. I wanted to make sure I had gotten my chat on screen so that I would be able to in the VODs have it on screen. So we were able to be successful with that. And then also we were able to change the color scheme. So now the color looks a lot more natural, I would say, compared to what it did look like when I had the other one, which I can pull this up so I can see. So the coloring is, it still could use a little bit of work. Might mess with the filters just a little bit more here. See, my sharpness is a little high, I think. Okay, we'll keep the sharpness here. Color correction is good. The coloring looks pretty good on me, y'all. What do y'all think? Do I look pretty? Am I pretty? Okay, so I think I look good on this. The colors look natural. That's what I'm trying to get at here. How natural are the colors? I think they look pretty good. See what Lauren says when she gets home. She'll be able to help me on this as well. Since nobody wanted to pop in my chat today. I had one guy, and I appreciate you. But I'm going to start going live a lot more often, so I expect y'all to slowly file in. Appreciate anybody that is watching or popped in. I see 25 of y'all came through. But I'm just chilling today. Ain't nothing too crazy going on. If y'all watch this and have any ideas of what the stream should look like, let's get that going. Because I'm trying to get to a point where I look professional. As professional as possible. I'm almost done with my coffee. It's only 5 o'clock. I'm going to fall asleep early. All right, we just finished that. So, what do we want to do here? I need to work on some video editing, and there's a couple more stream things that I wanted to do. Might ask chat if they have any idea. Okay. I was thinking, do I want a chat box here too? I could have it to where there's a chat box on this screen just down here, like where I'm pointing. But then I don't want it to cover up this. And I wouldn't want it to cover up anybody's face if they pop in here. So I think I'll keep it like it is right now. And I have it only pop up when I do this scene change. Oh, it's going to trip y'all out because I'm looking at it. Sorry. There we go. But now I have the chat that pops up on screen. So that's good. The color's good. Overlay. Only thing I'd say is I could work on a text box around the chat. Let's see what happens. Yo, what's up? If I type in here, I want to see how fast it pops up on screen. So I just typed yo, what's up? I want to see how big the delay is on the chat box up here. 14, 15. There's about 15-second delay on the live chat versus what's on the screen. That's not that bad though. To be able to have the chat above me, like, priceless. So we'll keep that right there. And let's pop over here and see what else chat can do for us. To what? To improve overall viewer experience. Oh, my whoop is dead. Add a clean branded border around your webcam. So we've done that. Help distinguish your camera area. All right, so we got that. I can use Stream Elements alert boxes for new subscribers, super chats, donations, and members. Live chat box I've already added. Bit legible, but not too dominant. I think I like where it's at. And y'all are still able to see the tabs up here and stuff. See what else. Okay, so I can add other elements. Okay. We got this, y'all. Let's keep at it. We're going to get this nice. Okay, animated alerts. Use Stream Elements alert box. So let's see. Let's pull up Stream Elements again. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, I think I can do it all within here. Add, let's see, labels. Okay, so I can do an alert. Yeah. Let's do an alert box. Here, I'll put it over here so y'all can see it. Okay, we're working on creating an alert box so that when you guys subscribe or follow or super chat, it'll notify on screen. So this is where I would enable the CSS for that. If they have any. This is where I would have my own. It's where you pay somebody on Fiverr like we were looking at earlier. Because this is a lot. BTS settings. Animation. Text. My thing is, once you have it, the question is, how do let's emulate it. Oh, there we go. So that's what it would look like. I want the black and gold logo animated though. See if somebody super chatted. Oh, Daffy with $10. Let's go. Okay, and let's see, like, so if somebody subscribes, this is what it'll do. And I think I can add this to... Would be like... I think I can center it. Center widget. So then, like, when somebody subscribes... And I save this. Let me emulate it. Let me pull it off screen so I can see if it actually pops up on the... I might have to refresh it. Let's copy the new URL. See if this changes it. Chat overlay. We're gonna see if this changes it at all. So now if I simulate somebody donating in the chat, we'll be able to see what it would look like. Yeah, I don't see it popping up on the actual live though. I hear it. Maybe it needs to be its own. Let's ask it. Okay, let's see. Let's see how we can get this to go up. So I need to go to overlays, alert box, create a blank overlay, set the resolution, add it. Okay. Basically the same thing I did with the chat box, I need to do with the alert box. And it needs to be its own overlay, it looks like. Okay. So let's try that. So let's get rid of this alert box that we did in here. Okay. Okay, so we got rid of the alert box. Let's go. Let's add a new overlay. I'll do this on screen with y'all. Okay. So basically we are starting a new overlay. We're going to add a widget and it's going to be an alert box that will be centered, and the settings, it'll notify us for subscribers, members, super chat, and if people tip or buy anything. Oh, With that being said, I can eventually mess with all the settings of it, but let's save it and name it Alert Box. And then we can go back and I can copy the alert box URL. And then if I come over here to the stream, I can add a browser again, title it alert box. Copy the URL. And then let's put that. Sorry about that. My OBS disconnected on me. It's trying to show it, but I think that the position of this. Okay, hopefully we're back. All right, we're back. We're back. We back, baby. I'm trying to figure out. I'm having problems with having the sub notification pop up in the middle of the screen. Let's see, how can we get this to actually work? What did it tell me what size? Let's check OBS really quick, or check this. At the resolution. 1920 by 1080. So let's see if that fixes it. Because I think the issue is that this isn't set to 1920 by 1080. Okay. So now this should pop up if I simulate it. Let's go simulate it. Edit. Alert box. So if I get subbed. Hey, we did it. There we go. Success, y'all. So now whenever you guys subscribe, it should pop up right in the middle of the screen for like 10 seconds. And it should be like my newest subscriber. And it should make like a ding. And then you'll be able to see the name in the middle of the screen. Maybe I can make this bigger. Let me make this 19. I don't think this was right. What was it? 1920 by 1080. And then let's pull it there. Okay. Now let's save this. Okay, now it's saved. So let's see if I... Hey, there we go. Much bigger. Much bigger, much better. Cool. Go. Go me. I'm telling you, using ChatGPT, you can figure out almost anything. Okay. So now we have that. And if somebody tipped, it would look like this. And if somebody gave $50, it would look like this. And it'll only ding once when it happens. Cool, cool, cool. Let's go, boys. Okay, cool. So now we have an alert box for when it comes to, I could tell you what it, subs, members, super chat, tip, and purchases. So that's cool. But we'll leave that the way it is. So now we have an alert box and a chat overlay. That'll help with showing off y'all when you sub and stuff, man. I get a new subscriber. Hopefully. This is linked to my YouTube, right? Just trying to make sure that this is going to pull from my YouTube. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Cool. Okay. I think we've got that now. So now we have an alert box if anybody subs or anybody super chats. And then same with we have a chat right above us now. So if anybody types in the chat, it should pop up right here. That way it stays on screen whenever we're doing anything. The only time it won't be on screen is if I do this and I'm chatting with y'all, it won't be on screen. But otherwise, it should pop up right here and we'll have a live chat. So now whenever y'all chat and we go to watch the VOD back, it'll be on screen right here, which is nice. I should make that a button on my Stream Deck so I can toggle it on and off. But also over here, now there should be a ding whenever something happens. So that's nice. Am I missing anything else? Let's see. What else do we need to add? Nice. See what else we can add. It had told me some other stuff. Okay, we've got all this. Now playing. If I play copyright free music. So I guess I could blast music for y'all if I wanted, but it would have to be copyright free. My thing is if this becomes a VOD on YouTube, I don't think I can have music playing because I think it'll just silence the track. Especially if it's any known music. It would like it's saying it would have to be copyright free music. Let's add a sub goal, tip goal, or member goal. Keep it minimal and clean. Let's make a goal bar. That's my next thing. We want to create a goal bar. Okay, so I think I can do this in the YouTube chat thing. That way I'm not making a bunch of different overlays. I think I can add a widget within this. And let's see. Oh, they already have some right here. Engagement. Merchandise goals. Sponsors, super chats. Sponsors goals. Dang, they have so many options over here. Alerts. Visualize your super chat tips, members, and subscribers. Okay, so click add widget button. We're looking for a goal. I see sponsors goal, bot counter, tips, subscribers. Okay, let's do here's a subscriber goal one. I'm just trying to see if this does anything. Oh, I see it right here in the top corner. I don't know why I was struggling to see that. I would basically want this. We want this in our color, which is what? It's like dab something. Dab 878. Need to try and remember that. We have it. See if I put it in here. That would be our goal bar. And that would sit underneath. I could put this above my fill color. I want to see if it adds to my subscriber goal. No. Might not be edited yet or updated. Let's see, condensed. Yeah, I like that. Okay. I like this. It's just a matter of figuring out where to add it on the overlay. Put it over here so y'all can see it. Basically, we've created this subscriber goal box. However, I haven't figured out where to put it on screen yet. I'm probably going to want it somewhere over here, but like smaller. That. And then down. Like up under this logo somehow. Or I want it in between these two chats. I like it like this. Now help me work on me. Ask chat to help me work on the sizing of it and everything. Can I make no end date? How about that? My question is, if I put it down under here, like this, and I hit save, is it going to be clean? I hit refresh and see what happens. Let me copy the URL and update it on here and see if it does anything. I don't think it's doing anything. Trying to figure out a way to get it either right above my webcam or if I could get it right below my webcam. I think above. But my question is, how do I do that? Okay, so basically I need to, let's see, my webcam. Let's see what this says. Okay, so now if we look at the widget and I put it horizontal, vertical. Let's just see what happens when we do this. Top centered. I don't think I want it top centered. I think I want it below my webcam, which, so 960. So 960 horizontal. With a vertical of 1085. And then a width of 800. And then I need a height of 60. Okay. So we do that and hit save. See what happens. Let me go to here. That overlay. Uh, And let's hit this in. Let's see where this shows up at. Okay, we just refreshed it, so we'll see where it shows. Is it up here where it's being cut off? It's all just a learning game, y'all. That's what you'll learn here. We're just learning together. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out, but I'm struggling to get it to be on the same one. I think what I'll have to do is just make it its own thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to edit the YouTube chat. I'm going to get rid of these elements. Delete this one. Alert box, delete this. Okay. So we'll keep this the way it is. The thing is, I need to add a new overlay. Let's add a widget. Let's add a goal. Where's a goal? Okay, so we have all these different goals, I see. What do we want to do? We want a subscriber goal. Hey, stay in here. Need to stay in here. Trying to figure out the goal thing. I can set a subscriber goal, or I can have a recent subscribers or latest subscriber. So I think what we'll do is we'll do a subscriber goal. We'll do our condensed. $800, right? 60, top, and 85. The left being. Okay. And then we need to add the color, which we want this, not that. Want hashtag, what was it? Dab 878. Dab 878. All right, I'll put this over here so y'all can see what I'm doing. Did I not save it? Background color. Okay. So now our subscriber goal is right here. We're trying to get this to be overlaid correctly. Which if that's the case, and I hit save, and I name it sub goal, and I save it, then I copy this, and then I go to browser, and I add a new one, and I name it sub goal. I add this URL. Can I do... Wait, or is it 1080 by 1920? I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so we have our sub goal up there. Now you can see it. But I want it over here. And I want it condensed. So what I got to do is change this width. Get it to be 800 by 60. Now let me see. Oh, help me. Strippy. What I'll do is I'll pull the scene up so you'll see me. I can pull this up. I guess this doesn't help me then. That don't help. Somehow I need to get this fitted. Because I think this is too small. Get it over here. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, see, it's so tiny. No. Well, I don't know. I'm trying to dial in this sub goal bar here on the right hand side. It's between the chat and above us. But it's making it too small. So I need to figure out a way to resize it where it doesn't look so squish. Huh. Like I can make it big like that, you know, but I don't need it that big. I want it clear though, but not big. This might help. Let's see. Save. There we go. That's a little smaller. Trying to see if I can put it like get a little bit smaller maybe. Shrink it up a little bit. Now let's see if we can change the text color. The text to be black. There we go. Okay, text black. Let's do Oh, not that. I think Arial, right? Arial. And then let's see if we can make it bold. To be italicized, but I don't see it changing anything over here. So I have it black now, bold. And then I want it to show percentage complete. Like this. Let's save this. Okay. Now it's black. You can see it. If there's any way to make it like, oh, here we go. Nice. Okay, so I have the sub goal over here now. I just want to put it I want it like there's not a way to make the black blacker, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the black is kind of gray. I want it the blackest black it can be. Okay. There we go. No, it didn't work. Trying to dial this in. Save. Okay. Here we go. See what that looks like. Okay, so I have the subscriber goal now. I just have to figure out placement on the screen. I think I want it like here, but I need this more condensed. Is there any way to condense it more? Only way I can condense it is to change the width maybe down. But then it messes with the positioning of the. Oh man. So maybe if I put sub goal, because then I can make it a lot smaller. There we go. Sub goal. We have a goal of 0 out of 100. Then I can combine this smaller, save it, let's make it a little bit bigger like this. Nope. This. Right. Tweak this. And there we go. Okay, now how do I get this where I want it? Because I kind of want it here. But I need to shrink this more. And then I can move it like I think I want it a little bit bigger. Let's put it on this end where we want it. Match it up with this left-hand side. And then if we drag this more, actually I could make this bigger. Because then I can just, if I want. See it right there? Okay, now could I fit this down here somehow? It's like, what's going on, everybody? Appreciate you joining if you popped in the chat. Just trying to dial in some stream settings. Now that I'm going to be with y'all, I'm going to try and start streaming every day, man. That's what I'm going to try and do. I'm working on trying to get a sub goal thing positioned where I want it. So if y'all see me moving this thing around over here, that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure out a good placement for it so that it's not in the way. If we had this camera up, I don't want it to be blocking too much of this. So where I want it is, almost want it like here. But then I would want to raise this chat more. So what I want to do here is let's crop this down so that it's like this. And then let's move the chat box. Sub goals here. Locked. Alert box is good. Chat overlay. So what I want to do is move the chat up. Let's move the chat up to the bottom. Move it to the bottom. Stop. How do I get it down now? Trying to like lock. That's the problem. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. And then I'll take this alt. I can bring this down to right here. So if I was on like this tab or YouTube, I can bring it up just a hair bit more. Trying to line it up, get everything seamless for y'all. Right there, right? And that would be pretty solid here. Okay, and then I think that when I'm popping around on other stuff, it'll look clean. Okay. I think I like that where it's at. The only thing I'd say is I can't tell if there's how lined up it is. It looks like it's pretty good. And then I have the Meech cam down there. Okay, cool. So what we've gotten so far now is we've been able to mess around and get the color correct for our lighting over here. So everything should look a lot better, especially white balance wise and webcam setting wise. The color should look a lot better. Let me know if it doesn't, but it's definitely a lot more crisp, I would say. The hues look a little off. I need to work on the coloring of like this. This kind of looks, I don't know. Maybe I was just so used to the other way it looked, but we were able to do that. And then we're able to have our scene now, which will display, or our like desktop screen, which will now display the chat and our sub goal right here. So y'all should be able to see the chat when we're chatting and our sub goal, which I think are pretty clean. It looks like the chat is a little delay when I pop around. Like if I popped off of here and then popped over here. Oh, it didn't look that delayed. Okay. But we were able to do that. And then if I want to take the cam off, I can take this away. We'll still have the sub goal and stuff. My question is now, when I turn this off, it's just turning the webcam off. Yeah. Now I have the sub and alert box, and I should be able to just turn this off if I want, or switch it out. Ideally, I want to be able to switch out the goal without having to worry too much about switching like overlays and stuff like that. So I think I'll end up making a goal thing where I can have a sub goal. I could have like a chat goal or a super chat goal. I can have like my newest subscriber, latest subscriber. I want that to be on like a carousel wheel. There's a lot of stuff that I'll just slowly be tweaking as I stream and stuff to get all this laid out nicely. And I might eventually get my own overlays and stuff, but for now we've got like the basics of what I wanted to get added. So I'm pretty stoked with the layout of the chat. I'm stoked with the color that we were able to get on our camera quality here. Much better, not as flat. And then we were able to get a sub goal, like I said, added manually. And then also the same with the chat overlay. So now when I go on and off, this should all just pop up seamlessly with my stream elements. So that should be nice. We'll be able to have a much more professional stream when I'm streaming for y'all. That's the main goal, is just to be more interactive with y'all. And so I'm going to start trying to stream a lot more and trying to be more active in the chat when y'all pop in here. And I'm just going to start doing my own thing on my stream. Like, it's mostly around my pressure washing business, but I plan on this channel being a lot more well-rounded than just pressure washing. So if you have any comments or questions about YouTube, streaming, gaming, pressure washing, all those things, I plan on being able to just chit chat about, and life in general. So if you pop in here, I'm trying to just build a community around like myself and this business, and just like a like-minded community basically is the goal. So whatever y'all want to talk about, I'm open game. I don't like to stress myself too much about staying on topic anymore. I will have certain topic streams where I'm more like topic oriented, but like today I fired up the stream for almost 4 hours now, and we just been working on stream overlays on OBS and stuff like that. So, and I chit chatted with somebody who popped in here for a while about like day trading and stuff like that, but not gonna be so regimented on being goal oriented on the given streams. I'll just chop up the stream VOD into several different videos that'll come out at their own time, and be more condensed versions of what this stream is. So this stream when I'm live is just going to encompass everything that's behind the scenes with Black and Gold and Dustin and Roscoe, and everything fully encompass is what I'm trying to say. So hopefully you guys are down for that. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully you stick around and subscribe if you enjoy yourself. And don't forget to like on my videos, comment on my videos, and drop any questions you have in the chat and in the comments of my videos, and I'll try and get back to you as much as possible. And I just want y'all to be able to come in here and feel like it's a free space to talk about whatever your goals are in life and what you're planning on and what you're working on. And hopefully we can all gain motivation from each other and be able to use that as a springboard for whatever it is we're trying to do. I'm trying to create a community that is highly motivated to be their own boss and worry about trying to make some side hustles and create a community where we can bounce ideas off each other, whether it's small business, whether it's YouTube, whether it's streaming, whether it's video editing, any of that stuff, daily life stuff, vlog stuff, all that. What's going on, Eldoret Media? Appreciate you popping in. I was just kind of filling in everybody on what I've been doing all day, which was just messing with the stream settings and the coloring of everything. And then we were able to get some overlays. So now I have a live chat in here where we'll be able to see people that pop in. And then also we'll be able to see like our sub goal and stuff. So this chat seems like it's a little delayed, but it should pop you up here when it, like your chat here in a second. I just want to see if it worked. Oh, nice. There it is. So it is a couple seconds delayed, but we'll have to work on that delay and see if we can fix it. But now I'll have a chat on screen for whenever we're hanging out and chilling. And if you're watching the VOD back, you'll be able to see the live chat and stuff like that. And then we were able to create a sub goal right here. So now I have an ability to see our goal and then how many subs we've gotten. And hopefully that updates real time. It should. I haven't tested it out yet, but just trying to see everything that works, but trying to get a better overall experience for y'all. That's the main plan. So I appreciate everybody joining today. I'm going to let this get to right at 4 hours and then I'm going to call it for the day. But I appreciate everybody popping in, and I'm going to try and go live a lot more often and be around more often to hang out in the chat and stuff like that. So expect to see me live a lot more often. Might not be pressure washing related. Might even be gaming. I might game some, you know, who knows. But I hopefully you guys will pop in and enjoy yourselves. And welcome to the community. And hopefully I'll catch you on the next live stream, everybody. So take it easy, everybody. Peace.